Hi everyone, it's Trishna. So in today's video, we're going to be doing a new moon tarot card reading for the Virgo new moon this September of 2021. So grab yourself a very nice warm cup of delicious tea, light a candle, get yourself a journal and a pen, and let's get started. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to think about the intentions that we have. What do you want to have, or what would you like to bring into your life over the next 2 weeks, 14 days to 28 days? And allow yourself to really dream big, think big, the sky's the limit here. Really be open to all of the things that you really want to bring into your life. So, after you've done that, make sure that you write it down in your journal just so you have an idea of the things that you really want in your life and you have them written down. And now we're going to go into the tarot portion of this video where we're going to look at the guidance that the tarot has to offer us for the new moon. And then we're going to take that guidance and apply it to the intentions that we have for this month to give it that extra oomph, the extra little bit of magic, to maybe enlighten our perspective on the things that we're asking for. Maybe we might want to ask for different things. Maybe we want to add on more things. And basically allow whatever it is that we want for this month from our experience and just what our heart really wants in this moment, and putting it in the context of the flows of the energy so that our intentions are riding the wave of the energy and therefore having a lot more momentum, having a lot more ease, a lot more flow, and taking us right to success. Actually, before we get into the tarot portion, I always like to do my intuitive psychic reading portion first. And when I connect to this Virgo new moon, I feel like the guidance that I really want us to keep in mind over the next 14 to 28 days is to, yes, have goals. Because Virgos are all about goals, achievement, working towards things, hard work, etc. Making a plan, it being meticulous, perfection. That is a Virgo energy. However, I feel like with this Virgo new moon, there's a little bit of a change to that energy. Yes, it wants us to have goals, it wants us to have intentions, it wants us to have these ideas of things that we want, and also this drive to want to accomplish them and to do things. However, I feel like it really wants us to have balance. It wants us to have a plan, but not a super detailed plan with every single little step figured out and every single little date planned out. It wants us to be a little bit more flowy about it, a little bit more fluid about it, allowing room for the universe, room for our higher selves to step in and add to the plan as we go along it. Instead of us planning every little moment with our minds and not always paying attention to the energy or the flows or making the appropriate adjustments, this time have your goals, have your intentions, set some overall plans, kind of like high-level plans of maybe a few things you want to achieve or a few different habits you're going to set that will help you achieve those goals. Habits help us achieve goals. It allows us to build a consistency for certain actions that will take us to the end result. So build, maybe 3 different habits that you want to include, or 3 sub-projects for your goals, or however an overall plan makes more sense for you and whatever intentions that you're trying to set in your life. And then leave the rest open. Don't plan out every single little detail and be flowy. So instead of setting specific dates, for example, on a calendar when you're going to do XYZ or when you're going to hit each milestone, decide, you know what, I'm going to work on my goal 3 days this week. And don't set the exact days, but be fluid. Say, hey, I think I want to work on this Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So let's say you work on it Monday, but then something comes up on Wednesday, maybe a friend wants to hang out and you're like, oh, I really do want to do that. Allow yourself to go with the flow. Allow yourself to listen and be like, what should I do? Your mind may want you to do what you said you're going to do on Wednesday, do your goal work because that's what you said you're going to do, and Virgo is going to make you want to do that. Stick to your plans. But assess, am I only doing this on this day because I feel like I have to, because I feel like I should, because I feel like there'll be repercussions if I don't? Or am I wanting to work on my goals instead of hang out with my friends today because that feels good to me, that feels exciting to me, that's where I really want to go? If the answer is it's because you have to or you need to or you're going to fall behind, you're not going to hit your mark unless you do this today, you can't hang out with your friends, then put that aside. Say, you know what, I was going to work 3 days this week. Those can be any days. Yes, Wednesday was the original day that I planned, but I'm going to move that to Thursday. And go hang out with your friends and have fun. So you want to be fluid in your plans so that you are not fixating or boxing yourself into something, overworking, overtiring yourself, but rather you are harnessing the energy of the Virgo moon, which is all about accomplishment and goals. This is a great time to set goals and intentions. but also harnessing what's going to come up in just a little while here in 2 weeks, which is the full moon in Pisces, which is about honoring the flow and allowing spirit to step in as well. And this is how you can balance out those two energies in a way that's really going to help you be powerful, productive, and happy, and not feel so frazzled and overworked. So now let's get into the tarot cards. All right, looking into the tarot cards, I actually feel like they line up pretty well with what we just talked about in the intuitive portion. So here's the guidance that you want to place upon the intentions that you were setting, again, so that your intentions and the flow of the universe and the energies at this time are in alignment, and therefore you get that extra boost towards your goals. So the first card that we have is Ace of Swords. So with this Ace of Swords, I feel like what this is trying to say is that it's really important that you not be too rigid in your goal setting, and that you also don't just focus on goals or intentions that you think are practical. That it's like, hey, I don't know what I want because I have to pick something that makes sense, that is logical. Why start this business if it's not going to make me any money? I should probably do this business even though I don't enjoy it because I think it will make money. And that's you using your mind a little bit too much in the planning process. That's you being too rigid. That's you not opening yourself up to all of the possibilities. That's you only thinking about what you think you want because it seems practical, and not really touching base with what you truly want. So try to touch base with what you truly want. What do you really want? If the practicality of things was not a factor, what would you really want? How would you allow yourself to dream big if you knew that you could have anything you wanted and you would be successful? So think about your intentions in that sense, and then allow the universe to surprise you. Because again, there's only so much that we can see with our minds. There's only so many steps ahead that we can plan. There's only so many number of options that we can pursue, or so many paths that we can see. And a lot of times that's limited. Those are not the best plans. Those are not the best ideas. When we open ourselves up and allow the universe to surprise us, there are all these different avenues that open up. We start manifesting things in all these different ways that we didn't know even existed, that didn't even make sense, that were, tons of steps away from us, from what we could have ever imagined. So whenever you're setting your intentions, make sure that you can include the practical, but then add on, hey, if I could dream big, if I could have anything, what would it be? Take out the practicality factor of it. And I suspect that what I'm feeling from this is that there will be a lot of victory around this as well. The next card that we have is the Ten of Pentacles. This is basically saying that this is a time when you're going to reap your abundance. So if you are trying to bring abundance into your life, I recommend that you set some intentions around that. I think that you will materialize them in either 6 to 8 weeks, although I do feel like it'll be more like 6 to 8 months. That may seem a little bit long term for you, but know that in the meantime, you are going to be supported. Maybe you're not going to be living financially free or particularly abundant, but you are going to be provided for by the universe. It may be a bare minimum, feel like you're just getting by, but you are going to be okay. If this is something that you're struggling with, still plant the seeds now, because you want to plant the seeds now, because again, the energy is potent right now. And this is a time that's really good for energy setting, and where I feel like victory is coming into place. So dream big, plant the seeds now for the abundance to start coming in big time in 6 to 8 months. This is the time to do that. I also feel like this is a good time for love, and the time frame when that will be showing up is maybe 3 months, 4 months, or 3 weeks, or 4 weeks. So somewhere in that kind of time frame. But abundance, I feel like a lot of you guys need abundance, and just kind of thinking about my Virgo friends, a lot of them could use some abundance as well. So this is a potent time, Virgos, and this is your new moon. So, harness that energy, take it. And finally, we have the Knight of Cups. I feel like the Knight of Cups is essentially saying, hey, if you do all these things, if you move forward in this direction, if you kind of take it a little bit easy, do your plans, but take it a little bit easy too. That's important. If you do that, and also with the Ten of Pentacles, if you socialize a little bit more than maybe you think that you should, or maybe than you have lately, if you do all of these things, you're basically just going to reap whatever it is that you want, whatever you're looking for, whatever you want in your life is just going to fall into your hands, fall into your lap. It's just going to be there. It's just going to bloop, just pop, or just materialize. Like, I just feel like, yes, this is a good time for everyone, and especially my Virgos, since this is your new moon. This is definitely a good time for you if you have been struggling with abundance, for you to reap true good results in 6 to 8 months. All right, everyone, thank you so much for watching. I hope that this video was useful for you and provides you some guidance around how to plan out your next 14 to 28 days and how to really bring in the intentions that you have for your life and to dream bigger. And I know for me, how this is probably going to apply is I've been having some new business ideas that I've been wanting to put into place. And I feel like this Ten of Pentacles is definitely important for me in the sense that, yeah, I probably should socialize more than I want to, or like more than I do. I already have been feeling myself holding myself back when people suggest like talking or hanging out, because I'm like, no, I gotta make my videos and like, you know, and so because I have my plan and it's rigid. It's like, no, I've already planned out these days. I've already planned out these days and I gotta do it on these days. And, you know, I'm trying to find, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to find some balance around how can I get those things done, but how can I also make sure that I bring in the socializing aspect as well and don't just push it away. But I also feel like I'm in this really tight timeline right now because I'm going to be going on my honeymoon this month. And I have all these plans that I want to do. But, you know, I'm going to be relaxed and definitely on my honeymoon I will be. But like leading up to it and after that, I'm going to be relaxed and chill with my plans, knowing that victory is mine. That if I set intentions around abundance, it will be mine, and that things are just going to materialize. So just if you're curious about how this applies to me, sometimes it's nice to see somebody give an example and it can help you figure out how to give your example as well. So for me, it's like I have all these plans for my business that I want to do. And the guidance is do them, but don't be so rigid about it. Forget about the plan with the daily things that you had. Allow socialization in there and make sure you tune in with yourself on like, are you just saying no to socializing because you feel like you have to do this in order for things to work out for you? Or are you actually saying no to socializing because you're really excited about doing this? So anyways, that's what I wanted to share with you. If you are interested in a one-on-one reading, I do offer those. You can check it out at the link below in my description box. And I offer live in-person, not in person, but live online readings. I also offer audio recorded readings, and I have different kinds of readings that you can look into. I have like a birthday year ahead kind of reading where we'll look into all categories of your life for the year ahead. And it's a good reading to have if you're beginning a new year, like in the new year, or if you just want to start your new year now and just see what's up ahead, or if it's something that you want to do for your birthday or give as a gift to someone for their birthday. So I have other different kinds of reading types, love readings, etc. If you're interested in that, go ahead and check it out. If you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe, leave me a comment, let me know what intentions you are trying to set for this month and how you're going to use this guidance in your goal setting for this month. And hit like, and I think that's everything. So I will see you in my next video.